right, well, let's talk.
Let's
Talking
talk.
with Ryan
Yes.
from Step Up 4. First, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Doing fine. It's been an exciting week for you. We were at the premiere on
Yeah.
Tuesday, and now we're here for the junket. Let's talk about the movie. First of all, I got to talk about your audition. How did you audition for this movie?
It was a long audition process. So, put in perspective, I guess other people audition 3 to 4 times, which is 2 weeks. I auditioned for a month and a half. So it was 8 to 10 auditions, 4 acting and 6 dance auditions. And I definitely lied in my first couple of auditions when they said, "Have you been dancing? Are you a good dancer?" I was like, yeah, man, I've been dancing all my life. I'm a great freestyler. So they actually put me through a choreography session and with Jamal Sims, and he's an amazing guy. You know, he worked with me, and him and Draco Johnson. So it was just good people to be around, and then I don't know what they saw in me, but I'm glad they saw something, because I loved making this movie.
Wow, now what can you tell us about the character of Sean? What can you tell us about
Sean comes, I mean, I kind of relate to my character. He comes from really nothing, and he actually is born, he's born but not raised in a family without his mom and dad. So he creates a family for himself with his best friend and makes a mob that does flash mobs throughout Miami, and is raised with his sister, who becomes his mother figure. So the whole time he's very family oriented, and his world's going perfectly until he finds out that his boss, which is actually his girlfriend's dad, is looking to destroy his neighborhood, and he comes into a bind, and that's when the real movie starts beginning, trying to figure out how to deal with that struggle between, you know, him and his mom and his girlfriend, and then his boss and, you know, his girlfriend and him. So
Now, this is your first acting role. You had such a good chemistry with Eddie, who's Misha, who's his first acting role. Now, how did you guys build up that chemistry? Like, you guys have known each other for all your life.
Yeah, right. I mean, no, it was actually cool. We actually met up in the audition process. He was actually going for my part.
Yeah.
Which is awesome, because they brought us in at a mix and match in one of the audition processes, and he goes, the producer asked us, how are you guys feeling with each other? You guys cool? And we had only said like 2 sentences to each other, so we kind of looked at each other like, who are you? I guess we're alright, you know? But when he actually came on set and I found out that he was Eddie, we started talking, and at first we were like, we have to hang out, we gotta be best friends. But then after like hanging out just one time, we were like, dude, you're cool, man. We got this down. So the chemistry on set between me and him was just really down to earth, really cool, and we actually became Sean and Eddie. And there's one thing in Miami that actually solidified this, and it was actually a bad thing in Miami. We went to go jet ski on our day off, and a guy took us to a place where he shouldn't have taken us and told us to hop in the water because it was cool. We actually got stung by jellyfish.
Oh, wow.
So when we came back, the guy ended up arguing with Misha and saying that it was his fault and that he was blaming everybody else. So in Eddie fashion, you know, the character he plays, he starts arguing back and forth, and I, in Sean fashion, stay really, really quiet, but I'm just trying to direct things. And then he kind of pushes it too far and pushes my friend, and that's when I turn into my character, and I turn into Big Brother status, and I, being an MMA fighter prior to acting, like, that's when it came out, and I was like, all right, dude, you're about to get hurt. And then finally, like, Twitch separated us and pushed us away, and Twitch just kind of goes us to the side, and he goes, you guys turned into Sean and Eddie. You guys realize that, right? That's not Ryan Guzman and Misha Gabriel. So it was funny to see that.
Wow, that's good. You also have really good chemistry with Catherine. What was it like working with Catherine?
She's awesome. It's not hard to have chemistry with Catherine. She's turned into one of my best friends too. From day one, I mean, there was a week prior to going to Miami and learning all the dance moves that they had to actually teach me how to like really groove with my body and learn how to dance. And she called me up and said, hey, can I come out, please? I invited her, and she came through. And from day one, we started talking, and we had this chemistry between us, you know, just vibed off each other the whole time. So it was just really cool, because we were both new to the whole experience, and we kind of balanced each other out, her being kind of new to the acting, and me new to the dancing. So it was cool to have somebody to lean on.
Cool. You have no dance experience.
No dance experience.
Wow.
Yeah.
How is it like working with 4 different choreographers in the movie? Working with Christopher and
Chris Scott, Jamal Sims, Chuck Maldonado, and Travis
How was
Wall.
it putting all that together, working with 4 different choreographers from hip hop?
That was intense, Because, I mean, yeah, like I said, I came in with no dancing history. So to learn every style of hip-hop and then to learn contemporary and learn salsa, like, I was like, damn, you guys are putting me through it. Like, what else are you guys going to try? No wonder they were trying to cast an actual dancer. But you know what? They had faith in me. And I owe a lot to Jamal Sims, because that man and Draco Johnson, they stuck it out with me. You know, they thought that I could do it and believed in me. And I think with that kind of inspiration behind me, that pushed me to that next level and then made me realize, you know what? I could do it. They got faith in me. I got to do it.
And what was your learning process? Were you doing like all your lines, or were you focusing on your dancing, or was it just mixing the two? How was all that? So
it was a combination. We had 3 weeks actually before doing any of the acting, to where we learned all the combos, or most of the combos. And that 3 weeks, there was 2 rooms. Catherine was with Travis Wall learning her contemporary stuff, and then I was in another room with Draco Johnson and Jamal Sims learning the flash mobs. And then when I'd get a break, I'd go straight over to her room and learn contemporary, and then go right back and learn flash mobs. So it was a constant thing. It was 9 hours every single day for 3 weeks, and then I'd go home and train for another 3 to 4 hours. So it was intense.
Wow, what was it like coming in Miami?
I was hot.
You've been there before?
No, I had been there before. I was a model too, and I had actually modeled out there for Abercrombie, but it was only for a week, so I never really got the experience. 3 months is a little different than a week, so yeah. I love Miami. Although, like I said, you could be wearing the tiniest shorts and think you're gonna stay cool, and you're not. Like you gotta just keep a fan on you all times, because it's 105 with high humidity. If you make a movement, just move your finger one time, I guarantee you start sweating. Yeah.
That'd be good. I want to find out, were you familiar with all the step-ups, and what do you think the difference is between watching 1, 2, and 3 now up to 4?
The first one actually really inspired me, because seeing Channing Tatum and Jenny Dewan do their thing, it was just cool, because it felt like a cool movie. I remember in high school when I was watching it, I just felt inspired with my best friend. Like, that seems like a fun movie to be a part of. And then when I auditioned for the movie, I hadn't seen any of the other ones, so I watched Step Up 2 and 3, and just to see what I was getting myself into. And I was kind of nervous. I was like, well, is it going to be like the rest of them? But after reading the script, I realized it's not. Step Up Revolution or Step Up 4 is just, it's its own thing. It's part of the franchise, but it's its own thing. We're bringing back that storyline you loved in 1, getting you back in tune with the characters and the story and then the plot. And then we're giving you some next level dancing. I mean, it's dancing you haven't really seen in any other movie ever before. So we're staying away from the battling scenes and doing flash mobs, and which I think showcases dancing a lot more. And the main thing out of this whole movie is I want people to come out of this movie realizing that we have a message in it. You know, we're fighting for a purpose. So whether it be academics, athletics, writing, any kind of art form that you can think of as an expression of yourself, use it to speak up for what you believe in, and people will hear it because you are genuine.
Cool. And lastly, I want to find out, now that you've seen the movie from the premiere, from all the things, what did you think of the final outcome?
It's crazy, man. It's just crazy to see yourself in 3D at 40 feet in the air. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you though. It's nerve-wracking because you don't know. I mean, how I say it is, take a video of yourself, go home, and then watch it. See if you're comfortable. Now you gotta watch an hour and a half of yourself. So there was a couple times while in the premiere I would duck my head down because either I was shirtless saying something and I'm like, I don't want to see this. But the audience seemed to love it, and you know what? That made it worth it to see them cheer for it and have fun and just get up inspired. So it was cool.
It's cool, man. Well, congratulations on everything.
Thank you so much.
The movie opens up on the 27th, so
yeah,
can't wait to see all the reactions from it. But it's fantastic. Your work is beautiful.
Thank you so much.
No problem.